3 in our notes are sort of review on Riemann sums with all the formulas. So given information, you got an MRAM, here's the formula, 3, 9, 3 subintervals, boom, that's all. So 3 to 9 with 3 subintervals, that means my delta x is going to be 9 minus 3 over 3, which is 6 over 3, which is 2. So each of these rectangles from 3 to 9 are going to be 2 in width, right? So, and this midpoint, so I'm not going to go up to 3, I'm not going to go up to 5. Well, I am going to go up, but where I actually stop is at the 4. So there you go. And where I actually stop is at the 6. So there you go. And the 8. So there you go. There you go. Okay, so this is definitely negative below the x-axis. The y value is negative, so we're going to have some negative area. But like I said, the graph is just to know what's it going to look like. Let's actually calculate it. Let's go. All right, so we got our delta x. We need our x of I minus 0.5, which is 3 plus 2 parentheses I minus 0.5. Okay. Yay, decimals go away. I minus 0.5 here, 3 plus, distribute, 2I minus 1. Okay, and then combine. 2 plus 2I. Very good. Now we need our f. F of x of I minus 0.5. Okay, so this is going to need me to reflect upon what was f of x. That's what it was, negative x plus 2. So this is going to be negative parentheses, 2 plus 2i plus 2. Okay, so yeah, so there we go. Now we're rocking and rolling. Let's distribute and combine like terms. So x of I minus 0.5. Alright, that's negative 2 minus 2i plus 2. So, wow, those cancel. Man, that's awesome. This is going to be a great, easy problem. Okay, negative 2i. So, I'm going to write the whole formula like I always do. I always write the whole thing out. Uh-oh. Low battery. Hopefully I can finish. Minus 0.5. Okay, times delta x, that's the formula. So this is actually, and I'm going to write really tiny right here, so I apologize. I'm just running out of room. Well, I'll tell you what, I can write it up here. So it's actually going to be a summation. We're adding 3 things. The formula is negative 2i that we plug in. Okay. And the delta x was 2. Now I'm going to do that trick again where I just factor out the 2. So I have the 2 out here, okay, and I'm basically going to plug in the negative 2, the 1, the 2, the 3. So plug in 1, negative 2. Plug in 2, negative 4. Plug in 3, negative 6. Okay, so there you have it. So those, negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, I have to give you negative 12. 2 times negative 12 is negative 24 units squared. Boom! In 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Okay? So this is not that bad if you're willing to get a hand cramp. Just do the best you can. Okay? Alright, so hopefully you got all that. Let's move on to the last one, which is a beast. TRAM. Okay? TRAM. So we're going to do from negative 1 to 1. So here's, I actually drew them already. So here's the area we're calculating. Remember, delta x is like the height. Okay? Delta x is like the height. So I picked an easy one right here. Let's calculate our delta x using this. It's 1 minus negative 1 divided by 2, which is 1. Easy. And then we have to do both of these. So I'm going to do this one first. Why? Because it's smaller. I don't know. No real reason. So x of I is equal to negative 1 plus delta x, which is 1 times I. So let me just drop that 1 off. Okay. Now I need to find f of x of I. But in order to do that, I need to know what f of x looked like. And f of x was negative x squared plus 16. Okay? So f of x of I is going to actually be negative 1 plus I squared plus 16. That's not that bad at all. Foil it out and distribute the negative. Okay? So here we go. So foiling that out, I'm going to have f of x of I, the negative still there, foiling negative 1 times negative 1 is 1, and that becomes negative 2I, and that becomes I squared, and then I have that plus 16 right there. So that's what I have when I foil it out. Distribute the negative. Write it in standard form and combine like terms, because that's how we do it. Plus 2I. That becomes plus 15. Okay, so there we have one piece of the puzzle. Now we got to go get this one. What's the other one? We did this first, and then we'll put a smiley face on it because we're done. All right, so we'll do this now, second. Okay, so we got to do all that. So x of I minus 1 is equal to negative 1, which is a, plus delta x, which is 1, times parentheses I minus 1. Okay, there you go. And then simplify. I'm thinking this might become easier. I minus 1. Oh, it's not. It becomes I minus 2. Okay, so now we need f of x of I minus 1. We're going to do the same thing what we did with this one, so it's negative parentheses I minus 2 squared plus 16. Okay, so we're going to FOIL that out and try to do it not negative I squared minus 4I plus 4 plus 16. Oh, can't see it all. That's what I get, and I'm going to distribute that negative. Okay, so I'll get f of x of I minus 1 equals negative I squared plus 4I plus 4, minus 4 plus 16. Okay? Alright. Now let's simplify this. Plus 12. Okay, so that's what I have when I simplify it. Alright? Now, I'm going to go ahead and write the formula. I know, that's a terrible E. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to go ahead and write the whole formula like I always do. It's 1/2, there's a 1/2 there, f of x of I plus f of x of I minus 1 times delta x. Okay, so now I'm going to try to squeeze all this in here. Okay? You know what? No, I'm not. Okay. Alright, so basically what you have here is now you have your f of x of I, which is that right there. All that. And then you have your f of x of I minus 1, which is all that. So basically you're going to write that there and that there. Okay? So let's do it. Summation. How many things were we adding again? 1, 2 things. Okay? So the f of x of I, that was that. So negative I squared plus 2I plus 15. Negative I squared plus 2I plus 15. And then the f of x of I minus 1, negative I squared plus 4I plus 12. Okay, so plus, I forgot my 1/2. Negative I squared plus 4I plus 12. Okay, sorry. I was crooked. Okay, times delta x, and delta x was 1. Okay, So we're going to actually just combine all like terms. Negative I squared makes negative 2I squared. And then 2I and 4I makes 6I. 15 and 12 makes 17. No, 27. And I'm going to put a ditto because my phone's almost dead. All right. So basically we have to plug in 1 and we have to plug in 2. So I'm going to do that trick where I factor out a 1/2 before I even start. Okay. So I've factored that 1/2 out. So I'm just going to plug in 1. So it's negative 2 times 1, negative 2. 6 times 1 is 6, 27. It's 27. And then 2, negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. 6 times 2 is 12. 27 is just the same. Okay. So basically we can combine these now. Okay. Negative 10. 18. 54. And then 8. 8 plus 54 is 62. 1/2 of 62 is equal to 31 units squared. And we are done. Well then, TRAM is not your friend, as you can see. But I know I'm the teacher and it's supposed to look easy when I do it, but it is not a whole bunch of bad stuff. It's not a wash. It's not that bad if you've had practice. And that's what I plan on doing in class tomorrow, unless it snows in Hall County, is practicing all this stuff. Okay? So I will see you later.